My ex-wife regretted divorcing me after seeing my new life, so I invited her to our old house and let the silence speak for itself. Hey Reddit, my ex-wife's sudden regret after our divorce has me questioning how to handle her attempts to reconnect, and I need input on if I did the right thing with a quiet confrontation that let the facts stand on their own. We were married for 8 years, no kids involved. She worked in finance, handling client accounts at a downtown firm, and I was in sales managing regional deals from home office. She initiated the divorce last year, saying she felt stuck in the routine and wanted more independence to focus on her career and personal growth. I was devastated at the time, spending the first few months after the papers were signed dealing with the emptiness of our shared house, eating takeout alone in the kitchen where we used to cook together, and struggling to sleep in the bed that now felt too big. But I rebuilt step by step. I got a new job in sales at a better company with higher pay and travel opportunities, started a gym routine 3 times a week to stay in shape, and began dating casually through apps, even going on a few weekend trips with new friends I met at networking events. Months later, she must have seen my social media posts showing the travels to places like the coast for hiking and photos with friends at casual dinners, because she texted me out of the blue regretting it all, saying things like, "I made a huge mistake leaving. Your life looks so full now." She pushed for a coffee meetup to talk. Instead, I invited her to our old house, which I had put on the market and was now empty since I had moved to a smaller apartment closer to work. We met there on a Saturday afternoon, and I let her walk through the bare rooms in silence. No furniture left in the living room, where we watched TV, empty kitchen counters without our usual appliances, and the bedroom stripped of the bed and closets we shared. The quiet highlighted what was gone. She started crying halfway through, apologizing for ending things, and saying this house feels so empty without us. I said nothing during the tour, just nodded and left when it was over, driving away without a word. Now she's calling and texting nonstop, asking for another chance. My friends are telling me to block her completely to protect my progress. My family thinks the silent visit provided good closure, but to be careful if she keeps pushing. Was this a healthy way to respond? Or should I say something directly to stop the contact? Update 1. Thanks for all the responses coming in. They suggested maintaining no contact to continue healing, using the silence of the house visit as a form of final closure without engaging further, or taking legal steps like a cease and desist if the harassment starts escalating. Some shared their own stories of exes regretting divorces after seeing new lives, advising personal therapy to process any lingering emotions and set even stronger boundaries moving forward. A few recommended responding once more to clearly state no interest, but then blocking all channels. Reading through the advice encouraged me to reflect on my own feelings and stick to my boundaries. A week after the house visit, she sent a long email with detailed apologies. Walking through those empty rooms made me realize what I lost. Our home, our daily routines like morning coffee in the kitchen, and the stability we had. I regret filing for divorce, and seeing your post showed me you're thriving without me, which hurts, but I know I caused it. I read it during my lunch break at work, feeling a mix of satisfaction for my growth and annoyance at her timing, then replied briefly that evening from my apartment. The silence in the house said it all. It's time for both of us to move on separately. She didn't stop there and showed up unannounced at my new apartment building the next day after work, knocking on the door and calling my name through it. I looked through the peephole, but didn't open it, instead texting her to leave or I'd call security. She left after a few minutes, but it left me on edge for the evening, double-checking the locks before bed. A close friend called me right after check-in, having heard from a mutual acquaintance. She's just manipulating because she's lonely now. Block her everywhere and don't give her any more attention. You've built a great life. We had a family dinner over video call that weekend with my parents and sister. I explained the situation, and my sister said, "You handled the house visit well." It showed her the consequences without a big fight. Now focus on your own life and let her deal with her regrets. My routines have stayed solid through this. Work has led to a recent promotion with more responsibility on sales calls, and I've kept up weekend hikes with a new group of friends from the gym, which helps clear my head. Overall, I'm feeling empowered and have no regrets about how I responded, but the ongoing contact attempts are testing my patience. Update 2. The emails from her escalated in the days after my reply, turning into pleas for a second chance with promises like, "I can change and fit into your new life. Let's start over." I blocked her email address and phone number to cut off the constant notifications, which were disrupting my focus during work meetings and evening downtime. I discovered through a mutual friend that she had quit her finance job recently, saying she wanted to make big changes like I did, even signing up for a gym membership and posting about it on social media in what seemed like an attempt to mirror my progress. The mutual friend relayed that she's been having breakdowns to common acquaintances, talking about how the empty house visit opened her eyes to what she threw away. I didn't respond to any of it and instead started personal therapy sessions once a week to process the divorce fully and ensure I'm not carrying resentment forward. My family has been supportive, with my dad calling to say full cutoff is the way to go. You've come too far to go back. It's a good ending for me. I'm thriving in a new city after relocating for the job promotion, dating someone seriously now with shared interests like weekend trips, and the old household quickly for a fair price. The silence during that visit was the best response I could have given, leading to no reconciliation and allowing me to fully move on without looking back.